Another season of enlightenment has returned. Enlightenment is the name of the event of realizing nirvana. Once again, our hearts are filled with joy to welcome the day the world-honored one completed his practice, the effort to transform the false mind so that nirvana can manifest. The time of enlightenment is when the morning star has just risen, the dark night of ignorance has dissipated and the light of wisdom has come, the light of liberation and enlightenment. All the important events in his life from birth, renunciation, to practicing asceticism, fighting with the demon king, then enlightenment, entering nirvana, etc. The world-honored one left us all these memories. Extremely valuable lesson. Today the season of enlightenment has arrived. Let's go into the meaning of enlightenment and draw lessons in practicing the path of liberation through the message of enlightenment of the world-honored one. The first meaning of Tan Dao is, the path to liberation is the middle way. After abandoning the path of asceticism and meditation of the other paths, the world-honored one entered concentration in a new direction, Buddhist meditation, and attained the supreme path. Applying this lesson to life, we brothers and sisters should also stay away from two extremes. One side is too enthusiastic, energetic, and enthusiastic, the other side is too indulgent, and heedless. After each practice session or each congress, it seems that we are very excited about our unit and our own family. Apply, communicate, actively contribute and build. But in the end, usually that fire of enthusiasm has been let loose, let go, fragmented, and then falls back into place. We do not have a plan to nurture our practice, cultivate good seeds, eliminate bad ones, etc. We have not created good habits for ourselves that often reflect on ourselves and train our juniors. We do so. For example, the habit of writing a book of good deeds, which has existed since ancient times, now called the Book of Filial Piety, the Book of Virtue, and the Book of Courage, is not maintained and reminded, so we do not progress in practice. Brothers and sisters, we need to pay attention to this so that we do not have the reputation of being a Buddhist or a brother in the Ao Lam family who is sometimes influenced by the three doctrines even more strongly than someone who has just come to Buddhism. The second meaning of Tan Dao is, by one's own efforts, with correct Dharma practice, people can attain enlightenment right in this life. Indeed, born as a human, living as a human, Buddha achieved the state of enlightenment through perseverance and personal effort. He did not say that he alone could become a Buddha, but he taught, I am the Buddha who has become Buddha, you are the Buddha who will become Buddha. All sentient beings have Buddha nature, meaning that all sentient beings can practice. Practice to reach enlightenment and freedom from afflictions and suffering. The world-honored one has opened up for us a belief in escaping suffering. The enlightenment event therefore serves as a prediction for all sentient beings to become Buddhas in the future. As his children, moreover as the leader of a Buddhist family, with juniors behind us, we vow to strive diligently in our self-improvement, worthy of being Tathagata's children. Tathagata means, do what you say. Do what you do. Here we also learn another profound lesson about the religion of the leader. Brothers and sisters must always be a shining example for their juniors to follow. We not only teach the Buddha Dharma to the children, but also practice the Buddha Dharma through body, speech, and mind for the children to follow, not only at the temple, at the union, during teaching hours, but also at home, everywhere and at all times. Many people hear that, achieve enlightenment in the present life and immediately scream that. How can one practice in one life and become a Buddha? But they have forgotten that becoming a Buddha in the present life does not mean just practicing in this life but having practiced in past lives, and this life is the last life, just like Prince Siddhartha is a protective bodhisattva from heaven. Tushita descends to earth. Another meaning of the day of enlightenment is, the content of enlightenment is liberation. This liberation is liberation from desire and attachment without the need to run away from life. Indeed, our ego and strong desire are the biggest prison that holds us in the cycle of birth and death, in affliction and suffering. In the life ahead, even though there are already ideals and maxims, sometimes we are so discouraged that we say, working for a Buddhist family is entangled in troubles, wasting energy, time and money. That's because we don't know how to apply this lesson. What makes us sad and waste energy in vain is not because of Buddhist family activities but because while living Buddhist family activities, we still have too much ambition, stubbornness, gossip. If we know how to let go of those things, put those burdens down, which means working with a carefree mind, without prejudice, no criticism, no credit, then we will be at peace and gentle as the Buddha said, when my mind is pure, I see the world as pure. Likewise, with a pure and peaceful mind. Any environment, any situation, any time. Any point and any person, for those who know how to practice liberation, they see it as an ideal environment. There is no need to change the situation, anything in life, we just need to change the egoistic way of looking and thinking that has become our long-standing habit. The fourth meaning of Tan Dao is, the 10 armies of the Demon King are not an ignorant force from outside but are right in our hearts. Indeed, the Buddha clearly named the 10 armies of the Demon King. These are, desire, discouragement, hunger and thirst, lust, lethargy, fear, doubt, denigration, stubbornness, appropriation, conceit, contempt for others. We clearly see that these are the 10 enemies that can cause us to lose our lives and sink deeper and deeper into the delusion of ego. Therefore, success or failure depends on whether we can overcome these 10 enemies in the house, and there is no one else who harasses us more strongly and fiercely than these 10 enemies. They not only harm us personally but also negatively affect our unions and organizations. For example, the ghost of denigration, stubbornness, destroys the solidarity and love between brothers and sisters. The ghost of conceit, contempt for others, makes ego grow, make wrong judgments, and make us become easy to hate and difficult to get close to in the eyes of everyone, friends and siblings. The ghost of hunger and thirst is no less dangerous. This hunger and thirst is not hunger for food or water but a bottomless greed for everything. This hunger and thirst will lead to usurpation, equals unjust possession. Appropriation here is not about stealing money or property, but about appropriating the good name, reputation, merit or applause of others. For example, this ghost always urges us to see who is right, who is wrong, who is good, who is bad, who is right, who is wrong, etc. It draws us into dark desires, crazy gossip, causing us to lose the pure, unborn mind of the beginning. Truly, the Demon King's army has the ability to drag us down into the abyss of suffering and affliction. Having identified them, of course we have ways to deal with them. Therefore, practice is to always be alert to recognize when it just appears in the form of a small false thought emerging in our mind. Don't run after them, look straight at them and maintain mindfulness, let them arise on their own. Self-destruct, come and go on their own, then they cannot dictate or manipulate us. That is when we must use the power of concentration. Through regular meditation, we can contemplate our mind, recognize the true nature of these 10 armies in any form, and diligently try to eliminate them, one enemy at a time, until our mind reaches peace and relaxation. To counter and subdue them, right in our daily lives, we must diligently practice the virtues of less wanting, knowing enough, humble, tolerant, and always diligently illuminating. Mind, remember the words of the 6th Patriarch Huineng, see your own faults, do not look at the faults of others. From the 4 general lessons of the Achieving Tao event, we can draw specific small lessons for ourselves, our collective, our unit, our small family, etc. We respectfully wish you a peaceful, relaxing and liberating season of enlightenment.
Thank you for spending your valuable time on my channel Journey to Enlightenment. Wishing you a very peaceful and happy day. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my support channel. See you in the next video.